Well, in this video, we're going to be solving quadratic equations where the first term is not a 1. So like this one. So the first step in solving a problem like this is you have to multiply the first term and the last term. So we have to do 3 times 21, which gives us a 63. Okay. Then we have to find 2 factors of 63 that add up to 24. Okay, that add up to 24. Okay, so first you multiply the first and last term, then you find two factors of that product that add up to the middle term. So in this case, I think if we do 21 plus 3, this will give us 24. And if we do 21 times 3, that gives us a 63. So then now we write our equation like this: 3x squared plus 21x plus 3x plus 21 equals 0. So the whole purpose of doing all of this fancy stuff is so we can write the middle term in a decomposed fashion. So we just break it out, because if you add this, you get 24. Then now we can come and look at these two terms and we could factor out a 3x. And what do we have left in there if we factor out a 3x? Well, we have an x, and if we factor out a 3x from this, we have a 7. And then from these last two terms, we could factor out a 3. And if we factor out a 3 here, we get an x plus 7 equals 0. Lo and behold, these two terms here are the same. So we can pull out an x plus 7. And what do we have left? So if we pull out an x plus 7 here, we get a 3x here. And if we pull out an x plus 7 here, we get a 3, which is equal to 0. So then now we can solve this by saying that this means that x plus 7 equals 0, or 3x plus 3 equals 0. Okay, cool. So now that we're here, we can subtract a 7 from both sides here, and we get that x is equal to -7. Or we can first subtract a 3 on both sides here, and we get that 3x is equal to -3. Then we divide by 3 on both sides. We get that x equals -1. So the correct answer is x equals -1, or x equals -7. So this here is our correct answer. Okay, let's move on to try another one. So then now we have this guy here, 2x plus 2x squared plus 2x minus 40, and we have to solve it. So first we multiply the first and last term, and we do 2 times -40, which is -80. Okay, and then we have to find 2 factors of -80 that add up to +2. So I suggest we try +10 and -8. So 10 times -8 is equal to -80, and 10 plus -8 is equal to +2. So we can break this term, this expression, to be 2x squared plus 10x minus 8x minus 40 equals 0. Then we could look at these first two terms and factor out a 2x, to which we get an x here plus a 5. Okay. And then in the second term, if we pull out a -8, we get an x there plus a 5 equals 0. Okay. And so what we can do next is we can notice that this term and that term are the same thing. So we can pull out an x plus 5. And then what do we have here? If we pull out an x plus 5, we have a 2x. And here we have a -8 equals 0. And so this means that x plus 5 equals 0, or 2x minus 8 equals 0. So if we subtract 5 on both sides here, we have that x equals -5, or if we add an 8 on both sides here, we have that 2x is equal to 8, which then if we divide by 2 on both sides, we get that x is equal to 4. So x equals -5, or x equals x equals 4. So x equals -5 or x equals 4. So this is our correct answer. Okay, so we move on to try another problem. And again, we do, so to solve 3x squared plus 2x minus 8 equals 0, we have to find the product of the first and last term. So we do 3 times -8 is equal to -24. Okay, and so we just have to find two factors of -24 that add up to 2. And I want to do 6 and -4. So 6 times -4 is -24, and 6 plus -2 is equal to 2. So we can break this expression down to 3x squared plus 6x minus 4x minus 8 equals 0. So we can pull out a 3x from these first two terms, and we get an x plus 2. And if we pull out a -4 from this, we get an x plus 2 here, which is equal to 0. And then notice that these two terms are the same. So we can pull out x plus 2 and 3x minus 4 equals 0, which then tells us that x plus 2 equals 0, or 3x minus 4 equals 0. And then from this, we can subtract 2 on both sides here, and we get that x equals -2, or if we add a 4 on both sides, okay, we get that 3x equals 4. And if we divide by 3 on both sides, we get that x equals 4/3. So our answer is x equals -2, or x equals 4/3. So x equals -2, or x equals 4/3. Well, this should be a positive here. So this here is our correct answer, but this should be positive. So my bad, my fault on my part for not seeing that.